In the previous video, we covered the NRC hardware configuration. In this video, we'll be covering the software configuration of the NRC on your Windows or Mac system. For this example, we use a Windows system, but this works exactly the same on a Mac within a Firefox web browser with Java. First, start Firefox on your system. Once it's open, enter the default IP address for the NRC. Accept any and all Java warnings as a result of the version of Java you're using. Then, log in with the default credentials. They are case sensitive. Once logged in, you'll be presented with a layout of the Pixie Pro panel. This panel fully functions as if you were to press the regular panel. It activates any relays or any input switching or power or volume as you press the buttons on the panel. To begin the programming, click Devices Setup in the top left-hand corner. Next, select Create New Setup, and then give the NRC a room name. This will make it easily readable from a list of multiple NRCs on the network. Then click Next when you're ready. In Step 2, you can select the display you wish to control from a list of drivers. These drivers can be downloaded from our website, or you can call us to ask us for any drivers that you may not see on our website. You can also add in relay controls for a screen or lift controls, as well as select power sensing options as necessary. Once you select the display, go ahead and set your lift or relay options as well as your power sensing options, and go ahead and hit Next. In Step 3, Attach Devices, you can attach additional control pucks, volume control pucks, or the Pixie Pro modular panel to the system. You can then attach your hardware, which the NRC will control through these control pucks. Just simply announce them just like you did in Step 1 of the hardware setup guide, and they will be attached to your system as follows. You can daisy chain over 15 pucks to the control system as shown here for all of your attached devices. Once the devices are attached, you can start attaching drivers to each individual port for the control pucks. Just click the three dots and add the driver to the list. If you do not see a driver that you need, you can check our website at spcontrols.com and see if the driver is available. You can also contact us at help@spcontrols.com via email and make a driver request. Once ready, click Next to advance to the following step. In Step 4, Assemble the Pixie Pro, you are essentially building out your Pixie Pro panel for your NRC control system. Click on the pluses or sun icons to reveal different portions of the panel to allow you to program those buttons going forward. You can also set up names for each of these buttons in the little gray boxes next to the buttons appropriately. The three checkboxes at the bottom, miscellaneous buttons always active and screen buttons always active, along with change codes based on selection, change different properties of the panel. Miscellaneous buttons always active make the four bottom buttons always active on the panel even when the panel is off. Screen buttons always active make the screen buttons active even when the panel is off. Change codes based on selection changes the transport controls on the right based on the current input selected. When your layout is set, click Next. In Step 5, Switching, you want to go ahead and set up the different switching commands for your different devices. In this case, we're changing the inputs for a projector as well as the audio inputs for a switcher or amplifier. You also want to make sure that you set up your transport control selection for the correct input. In this case, since an Apple TV only works over HDMI, we want to make sure that we set it for the HDMI input for our projector. Also, make sure you select your volume control for the appropriate device. Once set, click Next. Step 6 allows us to customize particular buttons as well as verify different buttons and what is being sent when they're pressed. Just mouse over the button and all the commands being sent when pressed will appear. It also allows us to see what happens to the transport controls when we switch to different inputs. In this case, input 2 has the Apple TV commands, thus it highlights with the Apple TV commands when selecting input 2. Input 1 turns these commands off. To add or edit a specific command on a button, simply click on the button, then click the Add button on the bottom right. Select the device you wish to send the command to, then select the command from the list. In this event, we wish to enable the audio when the entire system is off. We're selecting Send System Event, and then sending EV aux audio on. Then click Save, and save again to save the command to a button. In this case, we're activating a round robin selection. Select Action List as round robin, select your first command, and so on. Round robin allows us to toggle different commands on the button once the button is pressed. Press it again to send the next command, and so on. When your commands are done being set, the button will highlight blue, denoting that there is a command set on that particular button. When you're done, click Next. Step 7 allows us to save the configuration to your computer and upload the config to the NRC. At the bottom, type in the configuration name to save a local copy, then click Save. Then click Upload to upload your configuration to the NRC. The NRC will reset once the configuration is finished uploading. When the NRC finishes rebooting, it will return back to Step 7. To verify that your configuration has been saved to the NRC, click Monitor and Control on the left-hand side. Through here, manipulate the Pixie Pro layout by clicking on the individual buttons to make sure that the Pixie Pro and all of your equipment responds appropriately, including the relays and the power of the system. This concludes the basic setup of an NRC control system. For more information and more in-depth videos regarding other NRC features, please visit us at www.spcontrols.com. Thank you.